Yo, what's good, YouTube? Mine's your boy Big Kizzle. What's with it? Back out in this thing again with another one. And you know how I do it. I'm gonna go ahead jump straight into it off the diving board. First off, I want to tell y'all, each and every one of y'all that watch this video, God loves you. Many blessings coming your way, and I pray many serious testimonies and blessings your way. You will overcome everything that comes your way. God loves you. And I love every one of y'all. Real talk. For real. Second of all, long live Big Nizzle, man. For real. Love you, boy. Real. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into it. So today it's story time. It's story time. I hope y'all got your popcorn and all that stuff. Got your little Coca-Colas, your little Pepsi. But it's story time. I'm gonna tell y'all a horror story, scary story. And I remember it, and I was just in the shower, and my spirit told me to tell y'all about this story because I started reminiscing. These, for my children, I want y'all to know whatever y'all go through, you'll get through it because I'll tell you some stories. This is one of the horror stories I went through. And it was the ice storms of, I would say 94, maybe 95. There was two of them. It was 94 and 95 ice storm. So I might have the years mixed up, but it was definitely 94 for shit show. Alright, so check this out. Let's jump straight into it. When I grew up as a child, we had the heater, and it wasn't no regular heater. I know a lot of y'all probably, if you, I was born in '86. If you in them times, like you wouldn't even remember this. But I was less than 10 years old at the time of this ice storm. But we had a wooden heater, and the wooden heater is, we used to have to go out, and we used to have to, like, granddad, he'd take the axe and chop the wood. He'd chop wood all the time through the rain, hail, sleet, snow. And we'd have to set a wood pile in front of the heater because once the log burns out, it turns into ashes. You got to turn it over, and you got to take the ashes and stuff and dump it. Like, you have to go, you can't just dump it in the ground. You know, some wood, there'd be nails in it and all that, so you can't just dump it in the ground. So we always used to have to go across the field and dump the ashes back in the day. You know, we had those things, and we always used to have to chop wood. I remember one day during the ice storm, I was trying to get some wood. It was me and Grandma out there. Me and Grandma did everything together. We hung up Christmas lights and all that. Hello, come here. So we was chopping wood. She was telling me to get some wood, and I'll never forget this day of my life. I lifted up the log. It was a whole snake right there just staring at me. And luckily he did not strike, because we was this close to each other and I was staring at him. But he didn't strike me or nothing like that, thank God. And so I never forget that. But during this ice storm, it was the most horrific thing that I ever seen and I witnessed. And I remember my mom taking me down to Grandma's house during that ice storm, and we was on Highway 61, y'all, and traffic was backed up miles for hours and hours. And let me tell y'all, before we got to Tunica, I looked to the left. I still had nightmares about this to this day. I looked to the left. It was the most horrible accident. It was a death. And like the car was on a person's head. It was like laying on his neck. Oh my God, I had nightmares about this to this day. On me. I promise, on my soul. And I'm looking at this nigga while we scrolling through traffic, and I'm looking to the left, and I'm seeing this nigga eyes open. He dead, eyes open. That I wish I could unsee that. And it hunts me. It hunts me so much. So during them times, I mean, after we made it through all of that, oh, that was horrible. But just thinking about through the ice storm, how we had kerosene lamps, I remember. All the water had frozen. Like we couldn't take baths and stuff. We had to go to the church. We had to find our way to the church miles away in Mars, Mississippi to get water and stuff with them bottled water, and then we take the bottled water and warm it up on the heater, on the wooden heater, and then and we pour it up and we take, grandma called it wash ups and stuff, but I call them hoe baths. They hoe baths because that's what the prostitutes take when they trying to hurry up and get clean, like they in the sink, with the wash rag and stuff like that. So we used to have to do that. It was hard to get food. I don't know how long it lasted, but man, we had the toughest time ever in my life during that ice storm until like the boss man that my granddad had worked for, he had gave us a generator, and that's when I had got familiar with the generator and things, and got our lights going and all that. So man, it's very important to have a generator, and they expensive now, but that's the best investment you can make because it saved our life. And as I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I remember, you know what, hold on, let go. Man, it was so hard taking baths with the bottle of water and all that, warming that stuff up. We couldn't watch no TV. Everything was messed up. Like, we couldn't do nothing. And I was a child, mind you. I couldn't play my game. I couldn't do anything. We barely could cook. We barely had food. We barely could go. So our house, we lived in the country. It was like 5 houses in a circle. And to get to the street, you had to go up a hill in our house. So all that was ice. Man, I remember seeing grandma and granddad slide up, trying to walk up that hill like they was playing ice hockey, just sliding and falling and stuff, and I was laughing too. Hello. I was laughing at them, but those were some tough times, y'all. Talk about horror stories. It was some tough times because you take life for granted. And having a wooden heater where you have to constantly load wood into it and dump the ashes out and all that was tiresome as a kid, because like any given time I'm playing GTA or something, I had to hit pause, start, and I'm like, here, go empty the ashes. And I'm gonna tell y'all another thing that just popped into my head as we speak. Hello. One of the reasons why I was scared and I really believed in Santa Claus, because grandma and them said that them folks got me. They hit me. They finessed 2 times me. They said that Santa Claus will put ashes in your eyes if he catch you up while like he coming in to deliver your toys. So it really hit me deeper than it hit the rest of y'all, because nigga, I'm dumping ashes. Like I know how hot it is. I'm taking the pan out. Like soon as you look at it, man, please. I was so scared. Thought Santa Claus was real and they used that ash and stuff, but. In the meantime, in between time, don't think you can't get through anything, because man, we made it through everything. In my next video, I think I'm gonna tell y'all about the first time that I was in a real deal tornado, like a real deal tornado. Because when I was little, I think they used to skip over our houses or something. They used to be in the sky. So we was in cotton field, that's flat line, that's flat land, that's tornado city type stuff. But one night, man, that thing hit our house and peeled our roof off like a can opener. And I was just sitting there looking at it like, it said, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. I'm gonna tell y'all about it on the next go round. But that's another horror story, and I'm gonna go more into details. I'm gonna try to find, because we got it on VHS, the aftermath, and I'm gonna try to throw some clips up in there for y'all so y'all can see it. And man, it was crazy. So don't think that you're going through your worst, because man, when the universe speaks to you, when God talks, when tornadoes happen, I've been through the most scariest things of my life. I've been shot at. I've been in shootouts. I've been stabbed type stuff. Like, I've been in knife fights. I've been in a whole lot of things. Me and Big Nah got to fighting with 40, 50 Cubans one time, and Nah got hit in the head with the claw end of the hammer. Like, we really been to war. Ain't none of that. Boy, I done knocked my doggone phone down. I'm getting passionate. Ain't none of that scarier than when Mother Earth starts speaking. Tornadoes, and that's more scary than even when a nigga put a gun in my head and it didn't go off and it clicked and God saved my life. Like, that was scary, but man, the tornado, it sounded like a train. This ice storm thing I'm talking to y'all about, disaster. Disaster. It's horrible. You never know what the human soul or spirit can get through until you go through it. So don't say what you can't do. Don't say what you won't do. Never say never. My word's too clever. I love y'all. And I hope y'all love my roses, man. It's all love. 100. I'm out. I'll be back.